Obviously, there's frustrations. He wants to be a component of why we win and a significant component, but he is also a professional and he understands the dynamics of team play and what has to transpire for him to get opportunities. As a young guy, he's been a beneficiary of that in the past as people have focused their energies on other known guys, for example.
Interesting. The other part that he said about DJ that I found even more interesting was, let's be frank, Deontay's the known commodity among receivers.
Right. They're taking him away and challenging the other guys to beat them, right?
Should you ever take a great receiver away? How many other great receivers get taken away to the point where they have no touchdowns? And then he talked about TJ Watt and how he gets double teamed and chipped and this
still
and that.
Finds a way to be good.
Exactly.
Right. No,
I'm not saying he's the TJ Watt of receivers, but come on.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But, I mean, everybody else is kind of unproven. Freiermuth's in his second year. Pickens is a rookie.
Yeah.
They traded away Claypool. So, and I asked Pickett about it after the game, and he just said the coverages indicate you don't go to him right now, the way attention they're paying to him. But they got to move him around. They got to do some other things.
He must have to do some other things
He's
too.
got to, and there's been times he's been open and he's missed them, not even thrown it to him. You know, again, we talked about this, how you divide the percentage up. You know, is it Canada's play calls? Is he doing enough to get Diontae free? Is Pickett missing him when he is open? Is Diontae not doing the right routes enough? You know, there's enough blame to go around there. I think all of them are responsible.
I agree. I think the quarterback, I mean, we've come in here and people have pointed out to us that the quarterback has missed him when he's been open.
What a first play of the game in New Orleans, against New Orleans, right down down
right
the
side.
Down the right side,
yeah,
right?
And missed him again late in the game.
There's no doubt. Threw the ball in the ground to him the other day
when he got a nice
I thought he was open on that play.
Well, he was matched up against a linebacker, which is what you're looking for. If you want to talk about scheming it up, that was the one. He's one-on-one. And, you know, other people have to step up. I'd give Pickens more of an opportunity. Ben talked about that a little bit. I mean, I don't care if you're a rookie in the NFL. That ship has sailed. Last year, Jamar Chase was a rookie.
Right.
Justin Jefferson was a rookie. Jalen Waddle was a rookie. Devontae Smith was a rookie last year.
All of them were rookies at one point, right?
That's a position where, and tight end is the same, where you don't need 3, 4, 5 years to become a high-impact player, perform. And I don't think Pickens has been given enough opportunity. I'm not saying he's not performing. I think they need to throw to him more.
So does that mean less for Diontae?
No, I think once Pickens establishes himself as more of a weapon, then they're going to have to divert some attention there.
Deal with him a little bit.
And there's the factor of, so what if they're
don't you got to give him a chance?
Double teaming him. You still have to give him a chance to make plays.
Right.
Ben wasn't shy with Antonio. They could triple team him and he'd throw to him.
Yeah,
this guy, they're throwing to Zach Gentry when he's triple teamed.
I don't think Deontay's on AB's level.
No, he's not.
So, but I get what you're saying.
But you are paying him $18 million a year.
You got to give him a chance to make some plays.
If you're going to pay a guy $18 million a year and then tell us teams are taking him out of the game, then don't pay him $18 million a year.
Right.
Catch a touchdown pass, you know?
Get your feet down in bounds.
Exactly. He's had a couple of opportunities. I think you're right. I think it's a combination of they're not scheming it up properly, the quarterback's missing him, and then he's not making plays sometimes.
I think all three are to blame.
But something's wrong here. And
what'd you say he's averaging 8.6 yards a catch?
8.9, yeah.
And that's Hines-like in his last year, right?
And I don't need the head coach making excuses for him, to be real honest with you, that he's the known commodity. They have an agenda. Okay, so he's just out of the game then?
So just give up.
He's just out of the game. Okay. The guy we're paying $18 million to. Get out of here with that.
Get out of here.
Exactly. I said that, Ron.
I know, but I put a little emphasis on it. Get out of here.
I don't believe that for a second.
Did I put emphasis on it?
No.
Get out of here.
you
How about that?
That you should allow an $18 million receiver to get taken out of games and then just say, well, what can we do? He's the known commodity.
Really, they should all be able to play off of each other, and I would include Freiermuth in that as well, where you can use him over the middle of the field. You should be able to use Pickens down the sidelines more, so on some bigger plays, and use Diontae in situations where he can get some yak.
Do they have a quarterback who can get it there?
I don't know.
You love saying yak, don't you? You really enjoy that
I'm a yak
word.
guy.
Yak.
And they traded Claypool, it should be pointed out, right?
Which frees up more targets for those guys.
But also makes them easier to cover.
I will say that Pickett definitely has the affinity for Pickens and Freiermuth. I mean, those are his two guys. He doesn't deviate too much from those two.
Deviate. I like it.
You like that word?
I do, Horse.
Well, why is that? Does he automatically write off Diontae if he sees them
maybe
diverting attention toward him?
Does he not go through his reads well enough? Is that a good thing that he's just focusing on those two?
There were a couple of plays the other day where Archuleta on the broadcast said, listen, that was Joe Burrow making a read before the snap of the ball, knowing exactly where he was going. And that's the one thing that you can never know about a college prospect until he reaches the NFL. Can he process the game properly?
That's a special gift, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why Burrow's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Huge reason why. He's able to quickly process who's the right guy to go to. That's step number 1, and then you got to be able to deliver it. There's millions of guys who can deliver it. If somebody, it's like me with my golf. If I have Ed Vittmeyer, who's given me lessons, standing next to me on the course, saying, here's how to line it up. Don't forget to do this. Then I can do a good shot. When I'm on my own, it's a different ball game.
So there's nothing like you playing golf. There's nothing like it.
When I'm on my own, it's a different ball game. So this guy, is he any good? I don't know. I don't know if he can process the game. I'm not saying he can. I'm not saying he can. But like
to
I
be
said,
determined.
There's a million guys in history of the physical tools to throw the ball if you can tell them which guy to go to, and the guy's open. Anybody from Jamarcus Russell to Josh Rosen to a trillion other guys.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah. What separates them is can they actually play the position and identify how to attack a defense. I guess we'll find out.
It's still to be determined. There's no doubt.
I think it's something that can be improved upon as you go as well.
For sure. To a certain extent, I agree with that, Folsey. I also think there's something, I don't know, there's something guys come into the league with it.
With an innate sense of that.
Yes. That's why guys go lower in the draft and they don't know about that, like Russell Wilson. What was he, a 3rd-round pick?
Yeah.
Burrow had it coming in. He just did.
There's no doubt. And when you look at Burrow's rookie year when he got banged up, if my computer would work, it would be helpful.
10 games he played.
And the consensus would be, well, he wasn't all that impressive. Well, look at some of the games he had. I'm waiting for a Pickett game like that. And the real misunderstanding comes when we talk about who else did they mention? They mentioned Peyton Manning as a guy. Go look at his rookie year. What was happening by the end of that rookie year? He was starting to absolutely light people up with a bad team around him.
And maybe Pickett will get better as this season progresses. Hopefully.
Sure.
We'll see.
He could.
But it's still, the jury is so far out on him. And can he be great? Maybe. Can he be good? Yeah, a chance. Can he be not good? That's a possibility too.
For sure it is. What did we talk about earlier? Anything from Matthew Stafford to Alex Smith to Jake Plummer.
Jeff Garcia.
To Jeff Garcia to Andy Dalton, all the way down to John Kitna, and all the way, worst case, somebody suggested, a Tyler Palko type, right? No disrespect to him.
Another Pittman.
I think two guys.
He was a great college quarterback.
He sure was a great college quarterback.
Two guys in the league that are right on that edge of it, of trying to figure it out, I think, are Justin Fields, who looks like he is figuring it out, and then Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, where it's like, can he take that next step?
Is Justin Fields figuring it out, or is he just such a dynamic runner?
It's a little bit of both, I think. I was watching our man Brian Baldinger break some film down. He puts that out on social media. I think that was last week, and he's pointing out multiple,
he can run.
multiple plays where he was making the right reads throwing the football.
He can run it, that's for sure.
He's getting better. There's no doubt.
Now he's hurt, though, a little bit, shoulder injury.
Adam Bittner from the Post-Gazette breaking down the Diontae, Kenny Pickett lack of connection here. And it's been really something. I mean, they've turned him into a singles hitter. To me, that part's about scheme. How could this guy be averaging 8.9 yards a catch?
Yeah, what was he the last couple years?
Double digits
easily double digits. But how much double digits? But he had Ben last year too. Last couple years.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
true.
We just don't.
It wasn't like that. He was getting the ball down the field a ton.
It just seems like last year he had plays where he did get to use Folsey's word, yak. He'd get the ball to him in stride and have him be able to run it down the field a little bit.
Yeah, the last couple of years he's been up above. He was 11.5, 10.5, 10.9, so he's a full 2 yards down from his normal average, which is pretty significant when you're talking about the range of between 8 and let's say 13.
And those target numbers have gone way, way down.
He still leads the team though, doesn't he? Or has Freiermuth passed him up?
Have the target numbers gone down, Folsey? I'm going to do a check on that right now.
All right.
Real time. Why don't
Maybe
you and
prove me
Ron
wrong.
entertain the masses?
I don't even know. I still think he's got the most targets. Maybe
that would be,
because they didn't go to Pickens early on.
I'll be surprised if the numbers are still close because I feel like Ben was racking up, 10-plus targets for him, for Diontae almost every week, it felt like. I don't think that's happening right now, unless I'm proven wrong here by Joe.
169 divided by 16 last year. Wow, he was at 10.5 targets a game last year?
Yeah.
Holy horse milk.
I think he's got 51
This year he's at
catches
8.6, so he's down 2 targets a game. How about them apples?
Not as significant as I thought, but
No, it's not, Folsey. And he only started 14 games last year. He played in 16. Why would he have only started 14? Is that a technicality, Ron? A lineup thing? Their first.
Could they have started Gunner? Get Gunner out on the field. He played 40% of the snaps the other day.
All right, let me go over Gunner's career stats. You ready for that, Folsey?
My God, no,
Here we
I
go.
can't get
Please
past.
don't.
He played 40% of the snaps.
Here we go with Gunner's career stats. He came into the league and he had. Hold on, has he ever caught a pass in the league? I didn't know that he really didn't catch passes for them
He was a special team star,
in New England.
a return guy.
He had 2 catches in 19, 5 catches in 20, 2 in 21, and now he's got 3. That should be an over-under.
Those are Derek Watt numbers.
Can he surpass his career high of 5 catches this year? He is averaging 14.3 yards a reception.
Had the
Folsey.
long. Well, that's because he had the long.
That
one the
leads
other
the
night.
club.
it does.